no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar.
Yeah, come on!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite day of the week. It is
Monkey Tuesday!
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, smash the dislike button. Do what you feel is real. Do what you feel you need to do. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. It's good stuff. So on this Monkey Tuesday, the question is, who are you as a boxing supporter? Who are you? It's just a question. It's a question that I revisit like a refresher course. Because most times I get not confused, but I get I'm justified. And I'll prove it. Let's do this roll call real quick. Macados, Mac of the South, my brother, Cop Aborigines. Anwar Willis. Shelton. What's going on? Stormy B in the building. Anwar Willis. Jaquila Fields. What's going on, Queen? Sam Mack. Mr. Tiptoe in the building. Down Anderson, my brother, salute. Yes, sir. Stay safe at work, brother. Vince, what's going on? Boy, jumped on me. Rod Neal, main biker, Shogun. Auntie Jenny. She says, I'm not a boxing supporter. My son boxes and I support him from a distance. I hate to see fighting of any kind. Money. Oh, yeah. And salute to your son. He's trying to be pro. Let me know. Maybe we can get him on here and have a conversation. Gotta be safe out here, yes. 88 Sports Talk, salute. Peter the Great. What's going on? Eric O. Black Jericho, salute. What's going on, good brother? My brother 503 in the building. Jarrell Freeman, Nada 86 early in that super chat. He says, salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC, salute. Salute to you, good brother. Always supporting. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, guys. Bob Jones, salute. Let's have this conversation. I know I've spoken about this before. G. McCall, salute. So I like to revisit it. True Boxing Night in the building. Salute. Mo G, what's good? Want everyone to ask yourselves, who are you as a boxing supporter? Because the disconnect is very, 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 very easy. The disconnect is very, very easy. Rashad, what up? I find myself trying to talk boxing, and I appreciate that, Rashad. And if y'all not subscribed to the Painful Excellence podcast, go subscribe to my other channel. I do dual streams, so you see them here also, and I do that for a reason. But yeah, that's not a boxing conversation when I do pep talk. But you know what's crazy? A bit of this conversation will turn into pep talk. A bit of this conversation will turn into the Painful Excellence podcast. It will. You'll see. Tony C, what's good? My vision when I started doing content was to talk boxing as we see it. Now, it's cool to have your favorites for whatever your reasons are. But what happens when you have these big blow-ups on these panels is when you're trying to talk about the sport from a realistic standpoint, and then someone comes on the panel camouflaged as a supporter of the sport when they're really a supporter of a fighter unconditionally. For whatever their reasons are, Derek Gaines, the legend, salute. For whatever their reasons are, that's when there's a problem. And what happens is you'll find yourself in a circle jerk of nonsense. And you could be on the panel fussing with people for hours. Come to find out, oh man, this guy's not talking boxing, he's just a fan. And if you listen carefully, you may miss what they said to let you know things like that. That's why it's important to let people talk, because they're going to tell you 100% who they are. Tay, good morning. Dill Spoolie, what up? They'll tell you exactly who they are. All you got to do is listen. Even when they comment in my comment sections, all you got to do is read it. You could dissect it in seconds. You'll be like, oh, okay. This is why. You hear me say, I don't do debates. Account of my brother, salute. I don't open up the panel to do all this hollering and screaming. When you slow it down and just listen to the person talking, they will tell you 100% who they are. For example, the guy with the shades on from the Bay Area. Darius, what up? At one point, he was well respected, by me at least. And then he wrote that love letter. And I said, wait a minute. Oh, Lord. And then I thought back. There were people saying, yo, he was, in reference to Tank, he was saying team light skin. Well, Devin and Tank are the same complexion, y'all. To me, at least. But I know the nose is a little too wide. I get it. He has a little more stronger African features. I understand. I understand. Let them talk. The dude started talking about leg tattoos, knockout artists, and fun to watch. I mean, exciting to watch. That's the word he used. Exciting to watch. I said, knockout artist is exciting to watch. So why is he putting extra emphasis on exciting to watch? Because Tank excites him, which is why I say this dude is, part of the broken wrist. He outed himself, y'all. There's no other way to look at that. He outed himself. It was shameful. And look, if your love is that unconditional for this kid on the right side, Tank Davis, to the point where you're ignoring who you're following and who you're getting your information from, That's a sad state of affairs. Stay over there. Don't come back over here. Sid Mark, what up? Stay over there. It's cool, but stay over there, though. Doing live streams about Devin Haney selling a house? Why is that a live stream? That wasn't weird, y'all. That was sick. That was sick. I said, oh my God. I was with a homegirl of mine and I showed that to her on my phone. I said, look at this. You know what she said? He must have really pissed her off. I said, what'd you say? Oh, he must have really did her wrong for her to be. I said, that's a man doing that. She was like, what? I was like, oh my God. She thought that was a woman. Woman scorn. Interesting. And I was a woman that didn't even know about the situation. She just read the title. Crazy stuff. But y'all follow things like that. Why? Because you have an unconditional hatred for Devin and Bill. Stop right there. That's boxing? Boxing hurts sometimes. Enigmatic Son, salute. I'll give you an example. When KK Kovalev was the man at 175, you think I liked saying, hey man, this guy's running things at 175? You think I liked saying that? But at one point, it was the truth. Hated it, but it was the truth. You think I liked watching them bop Bernard Hopkins all around the ring? Y'all remember that fight? You think I liked that? You think I liked that? But it happened. I watched it. I watched it. I said, oh man, I hate it. I hated that. I was like, man, if Bernard Hopkins needs a hat trick, he needs one right now. And Kovalev was just battering him up around the ring. But do you think I liked it? It happened. It's the truth. Want to go back further than that? How many of y'all remember watching Antonio Tarver flatline Roy Jones in the second round of their second fight? A lot of us hated it, but it happened. It happened. Quick story about that night. I am not a Laker fan at all. I respect them, but I'm not a Laker fan. And I was really into the league. You know what else happened that same night? And I told the story before. That same night, I bought that pay-per-view, watched it in the house. I said, man, Roy ain't playing. And Roy won the first round so easy. I said, man, if we get 12 rounds of this, Tony might quit. And I was so comfortable because Roy made the first round look so easy. Second round, he made that mistake. Clocked Roy, and Roy ain't beat the count. Larry Merchant celebrating. Secret Hymns, my brother, salute. MJ, what up? Louis Hatton. Man, Clarence McLean, Bronx on deck, no duck zone, salute. I said, yo, so Roy don't beat the count. Larry Merchant is celebrating. I'm pissed off like, oh, man. Do y'all remember what else happened that night? Mr. Shelton, you know what happened that night. So I picked up my remote. I turned to the Lakers-Spurs series. Lakers up by 1, I think, right? I said, oh, they got this. Inbound to Derek Fisher. He throws up a Hail Mary, all net. He runs off the floor. Spurs is standing there stunned. I said, did this really just happen? The funny part was, one of my boys, that was his birthday. So my other boy said, wait a minute. Roy got knocked out in the second round. The Lakers just beat the Spurs. And it's your birthday? He said, nigga, you got a present.
Whoa! What
Bruh, stunned. 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 It happened though. I said, well, that's boxing. And that's the NBA. Things like that just happens. You got to accept it. It happened. Some of y'all may be a little too young. Let me bring it up to more. Yo, listen. I didn't like what happened, the outcome with my brother Deontay and Zilly Zhang, but it happened. It's boxing. I'm cool. Zilly didn't pop. D made a mistake. It happened. It's boxing, y'all. Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. It happened. I'm cool. You know why? We had an organic outcome. That's all I ever want. We could talk about it. Things happen. It's real. I just don't want cheaters in the sport. That's it. That's it. That's it. It happens. That's it. That's it. And if I had faith, Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. If I had faith that I can get a bunch of people that we could discuss organic outcomes and give an opinion, whether you're a fan of one guy or the other, we could sit up here and talk about what happened. I would have more open panels, but I don't trust it. Y'all see what goes on? I literally feel like it's 1987 and I said something bad about Al B. Shore. And I got 1,000 girls chasing me around the playground. Don't be talking about Al B. Shore. That's how I feel. When I was talking about Anthony Joshua, when I'm talking about Tank Davis, I'm like, God damn. What up, Dow? And that's why I was saying, yo, wait, hold on. It's something else with this kid and his fans. It's something else. And when it gets like that, I'm at the point where I don't even want to hear what you got to say. Because everything you try to say becomes camouflage. Because it's not boxing. It's something else. And that dude from the Bay at the other channel, he told on himself, bro. He told on himself. He could, listen, it'd have been up for speculation had he not done that. That was the seal of fate right there. That was the seal, that was doom right there. I said, oh my God, he put this out? When someone sent it to me word for word, I questioned several people. I said, please, is this real? Is this real? Because, you know, people put out a lot of stuff and put someone's name on it. Is this real? And they was like, no, it's real. And then when I saw our brother Champside cover the Super Bowl, so proud of our brother. When he covered it, I said, oh my Lord. That cat over there did not do this. But he did. Sam Mack, my brother, what up? Now listen, I will never talk to anyone that has an unconditional love for any fighter when they feel like that. Ron Rico, salute. When they feel like that about a fight, because there's nothing you can say, brother. There's nothing you can say because you're talking about their baby at that point. And when I look at what's said about Devin and Bill and how they justify Tank, nothing makes sense. Career-wise and on a personal level wise. Light Eyes, salute. Corbin Phoenix, Ron Rico, if I missed you, salute. It doesn't make sense. It's like non-alcoholic beer. It doesn't make sense. What? Who made that? Nothing makes sense. Who the hell made non-alcoholic beer? What? No. Absolutely not. Another question. Who the hell looked at a lobster and said, hey man, that might taste good with butter? Who did that? It's a sea roach. Literally, that's what it is. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Y'all like all that shellfish? I get it. Listen, man. It's a big roach, man. Those things, take a roach leg and magnify it and then look at a lobster leg. And you'll be amazed. Shellfish. Get out of here. Carter Face Stealer, salute. I'm not talking boxing with a bunch of feminists. Feminists, that's what these dudes are. So when I ask, who are you as a boxing supporter? And I hear all of this smoke screen, nothing makes sense. Now, what I wanted to hone in on, I'm waiting for someone to pop in my chat in particular, because I have a question for him. I'm waiting for him. Mike S., if you're watching, make yourself known, please. I have a question for you, young man. Well, I don't know how old you are. You might be my age. I don't know. Afro-Rican G, salute. I don't know how old you are. Yeah, exactly, Auntie Jenny. I might as well be talking to you. How many of y'all are my age? I was in junior high school. Yeah, exactly, Stormy. Bottom feeders become bottom thinkers. Exactly. Because my opinion is very cut and dry. Y'all still haven't heard me say Tank Davis is trash and this. No, I'll never say that. The kid is talented, man. I just can't for the life of me figure out why at 135 he wasn't running things, because he wasn't. How do you allow, Mike, there you go. I have a question for you, brother. How do you allow all of that belt transaction at 135 and you're there? What the hell was that? And when I asked that, people start talking about what everyone else did. And I said, dial it back. He's the A side. Y'all can't tell us that this kid is the A side on everything. But meanwhile, none of the fights that we wanted happened. How do you be the driver of the vehicle, crash the car, kill everybody, and then walk away with like, it's not my fault? What are you talking about? You were speeding. You was intoxicated. You hit the lamppost. The lamppost been there for 10 years. Everybody dead, and it's not your fault? What? Well, they didn't have to get in the car. They knew I was drunk. But if you didn't get in the car with the keys and say, I got this big old truck and it's my truck, I'm good. Man, if you don't, what the fuck, man?
You fool ass earth man.
Stop! And this is what we're dealing with Tank. But I could deal with him doing what he's doing because it's duck tactics. But he's supported by a peanut gallery that I didn't think it'd get this big. Yo, Anthony Joshua's fans were bad. That was when I first started seeing. I'm like, yo, are these dudes gay? Let me read this super chat and I'm gonna show y'all something. If you're here for the first, my brother Theo Coop, Do Better Squad in the building. Salute to you, good brother. He says, keep cooking on the job, brother. If y'all not subscribed to the Do Better podcast, this brother reviews everything. This guy was he was born to do this, y'all. This brother was born to do this. I'm so proud of this brother. I was one of his early subscribers. I subscribed to him. He had a viral moment. Go subscribe to the Do Better podcast. This dude is talent on top of talent, brother. Swear to God, bro, you will not be disappointed. He got Kendra G and her feeling. It's crazy. Do Better Squad, salute, man. That's the fam right there. Let me show y'all something. Yo, peep this, Theo. So we're talking about Anthony Joshua a few years ago, right? And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with these guys? They're defending this dude like how women defend their favorite actor. We said Anthony Joshua, not Idris Elba, right? So BFTB gets this. That's what he got. Some dude named John Davies creates an account and sent that straight to BFTB. May 24th, 2019, before the pandemic. That's probably why the pandemic happened, because of cooties like this. You're reading it correctly, y'all. You're reading it correctly. Yeah. Over this guy, Anthony Joshua. Look at that picture, y'all. Do you think, it got to the point where I said, you know what? I have nothing to say to that fan base anymore because I already know what it is. Look at that picture, y'all. This guy, that guy. Did I say he can't fight? No, didn't say that. I never said he was trash in the ring. I just wanted him and Deontay to get it on to see who was going to be undisputed champion at heavyweight. This guy getting his nails done on the phone, looking at the... my God.
Get your hand off my penis!
Yo, end of discussion. Shout out to my stalkers. Shout out to my stalkers. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, Lord. That was a rip, bro. I'm not kidding. I document a lot of stuff, bro. I document a lot of stuff. That right there was crazy. I said, that ain't happened. He said, Drew P. Auntie Jenny said he's English. He can't help it. Oh, my Lord. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But that was crazy. That was crazy. At that point, I said, I have nothing to say to AJ fans at all. That was crazy. And y'all remember Dillian White and Dean White when you found out Dean White's name wasn't Dean White? That's not his brother. Had me thinking, oh yeah, his brother, Dean White. He ain't got no brother. Not him. That dude's name is Lamar Scott. I said, excuse me? His name is Lamar Scott. And now I'm looking at the pictures he took with Dillian when they in tuxedos. I said, oh my God. I think he spelled husband wrong. What the
What?
Bruh, you can't make this up. I'm not lying. Am I lying? I'm not lying. I said, wait a minute, whoa. That dude's government name is Lamar Scott. Why is he calling himself Dean White? What the hell is that? Oh, it's obvious. He's a power bottom. I'm not having conversations with these dudes. And here we are again with Tank. Devin Haney gets attacked for his nose. His physical features. He's called a fake thug? Wait a minute. He's called a fake thug. I can ignore all the white folks saying that. They don't know what they're talking about. And they like black dysfunction. So I'll ignore them. But when I see black people saying that he's a fake thug, excuse me, I grew up I was raised in a household where being a thug was a bad thing. My parents ain't raised no thugs. They didn't raise any thugs. It's as simple as that. I'm not a thug. I was never a street kid. We all dressed a certain way growing up, but I never embraced that. Never. Now, my hardworking parents, get out of here. Hell no. If you pay attention, how did they rip Deontay Wilder? He's skinny, has skinny legs. Why are you ripping his physical attributes when he's knocking everybody out? Has anybody ripped Tyson Fury's dad body? He has titties on his hips. He has knock knees. He went bald when he started juicing. He lost his hair. They never talk about his looks. What about what's his name? The Polish kid from out here in Brooklyn. Out there looking like King Kong Bundy. No disrespect, but that's how he looks. He's bald. He look like a fat Nosferatu. I'm not being disrespectful. That's how he look. I said he has a dad body. He's bald. His fighting style is not crisp. I said he ain't beating like Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. He ain't beating none of those guys. He ain't even beating Deontay. But I'm looking at his physique, and all the focus is on Deontay. What, Deontay's too dark-skinned for you pillow biters? He's too dark-skinned? What is it, man? Your man from the Bay Area says Tank Davis has his own style. No, he don't. This is how all the kids look today. Tank Davis looks like every kid walking around the Bronx right now. Right now. When I go to work, I'm gonna see 1,000 Tank Davis a day. Braids in the hair, tats everywhere, earrings, and tight jeans. Sagging. What? He looks like every little kid out here. And I mean, well, I'm significantly bigger than him. But he looks like every other kid out here. He didn't create this. That's what made the love letter more creepy. And some cats still go over there because it's therapeutic. They develop this unconditional hatred for their brother, Devin Haney. When the reality is, we should be celebrating both of these young men and rooting for Tank to do what he says he wants to do. Right? Y'all say he's the best? All I said was prove it. That's it. It's boxing. Him versus Devin is a 50-50 fight, but the more he avoids him, that gives me reasonable cause to believe that the A side never made the fight because he did not want it. Okay, leave Devin out of it. Leave Devin out of it. What about Shakur? Now, I know there's some information. Oh, well, Shakur did this. No. Tank Davis was supposed to smash the gas on everything. He didn't do it. All right, you want to talk about Shakur? Cool. What about Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez can be at one. He can say, I'm at 130. I was at 135 the whole time, and I became unified. Tank ain't do ish. Is he lying? No. And I hate that because, I don't like Teofimo Lopez. I don't like that. What's going on? And when I tell y'all I've seen Tank Davis before, y'all not listening. I'm like, yo, I've seen this exact thing before. What you talking about, Drew? His name was Mike Tyson. I've seen this before. It was going exactly like this. As far as celebration, Mike Tyson fought like 20 times in 2 years. That went right over y'all head. Y'all can't even name his first 19 fights. Every time I pull up someone's box rec on their phone, I'm like, scroll up. This is when he started his career, 1980, whatever. Stop when you recognize the name. Do you know 100% of these fools go right past Trevor Berbick? They go right past him. And that was one of his funniest knockouts of all time. And they go right past the name. I close their window on their phone and I put their phone in their chest and I put my hand on their forehead and say, I'm going to pray for you, but you can't talk boxing to me. Stop. Have a good day. Go walk somewhere. Take a walk. Take a long walk. Go down there, make a right, then make a left, and then keep walking. If you hit a wall, just keep walking. Don't stop until your face bleeds. Wake up and smell the failure. I've seen this before. Mike Tyson, when he lost to Buster Douglas, that night, he wasn't even supposed to be fighting Buster Douglas. It was supposed to be Evander Holyfield. They went to go to Japan to get this quick payday, and he fumbled the ball. And I'm telling y'all right now, Evander would have whooped his ass worse back then. That was Evander with the flat top. I've been said that. And I've been made this comparison. There's a reason why he ain't stopped the Devin Haney train. There's a reason. There's a reason why this kid celebrated when Ryan allegedly won. He's offering to buy him drinks and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. He's trolling. All right, cool. But then when Ryan popped, that was when I lost all respect for Tank. You running around blaming Vada and USADA, and Ryan's talking about the Illuminati and kids getting kidnapped, and it had nothing to do with a dirty drug test. And Tank was standing there like, yo, nah, I ride with Ryan. Bro, Drew, I don't like Tank. I don't know if you listen to me, but that's cool. This kid is a spoiled brat. Put up or shut up. All the talent in the world, according to your fans, show it. You gonna let Teofimo talk about whatever monkey wants a banana? You said nothing. He done blamed. Who'd he blame? Perfect Amino, Supercarb, Scooter, the Illuminati, and George Floyd. And Tank is right there in the pocket with him. Right there in the pocket. Amazing stuff, right? Pulled up on Devin at some lounge or club or whatever, looking stupid. I'm like, what are you doing? Sidebar, they're Muslims, right? So was Tank supposed to do that? Okay, all right. Drew, I don't like Tank. Well, I don't know if you're listening. But this is the level of stuff. I put up a post the other day, and I said, well, you know what I mean? Where, the person's, the cartoon person is sitting in a burning room, and he's sitting there, he says, this is fine. It means that there's all this chaos around him, and he's cool with it. Yeah, he's fine with this. He's fine with this. If he stops fighting right now, he ain't going to Hall of Fame. I'm glad you brought that up, Darius. According to Blue Blood, no. So at about 3 weeks and some change out for him versus Lamont Roach, apparently, from what I heard, he's, Calvin Kenny ain't with him no more. Well, there goes that dude from the Bay Area. There goes that. Because in that love letter, didn't he say he's loyal to the people he came up with? And now I'm hearing that Kenny and Cal are not. I repeat, they're not in his corner. Now, I heard it has something to do with money. I don't know. But there goes that. How that love letter looking? But some cats just still go over there because I want to go there and get my daily feed of Haney hate. And you've gotten away from the facts. The fact is, all these people came through 135 and Tank ain't do nothing. Devin came undisputed on Tank's watch. Shakur has a belt. Nothing happened. Teofimo Lopez was unified. Nothing happened. George Kambosos beat him. Nothing happened. He didn't even intervene. Devin had to go take short money to go deal with Kambosos. You don't think that Tank couldn't have just swooped in and said, nope, 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 I want all of that? George Kambosos would have fought Tank for all that bread. It's a bigger payday, right? But would Tank have gone to Australia and had 2 fights? No, Devin did. So we talk about the quality of a man. What are we talking about here? So I put up that post. And the good brother Mike S., who's obviously a Tank fan, he says, first thing he says to comment on my post was, Tank, and I'm reading it word for word, Mike S., you're in the chat. He said, Tank came from the bottom of the bottom to where he's now. My man already won. Y'all want me to read it again? Mike S. says, Tank came from the bottom of the bottom to where he's now. My man, words are important, my man already won. And somebody liked it. I don't know who. And the family responded to him. Mike, you in the building? I saw you earlier. You in the building? You said you'll be in the building March 1st. No doubt. He says, okay, Mike. Would you be willing to come up here and have a conversation this morning? I have questions. I'll talk to you. You seem reasonable. I don't agree with anything you say. But I would love to have a conversation with you this morning. Okay, good. This is for Mike S. I'm not letting anybody up here. Not letting anybody up here but Mike S.
Hey, you there, Drew?
Yes, sir. What's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, good to talk to you, man.
Likewise, brother.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right. I got questions.
Yeah,
Your comment. Well, you know, you're a Tank fan. That's cool.
yeah. And Drew, let me just say this, man. I'm a boxing fan for 35 years or more. So I mean, I'm a Tank fan, but trust me, I mean,
how old are you, brother?
45.
45. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're a decent age. Okay, great.
Yeah, yep.
Right. Okay, as people responded to you, you said, you said, my point is, I do think he really cares what we think. You remember writing that? Hello? Mike, you there? Mike?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
You hear me?
okay, my bad, I'm bad.
Okay.
No, I said I don't think he cares what we think.
No, that's clear. He don't care what we think. That's clear. That's clear. And I've come to terms with that. I've come to terms with that. Tank doesn't care what we think. Are you satisfied at this current junction with Tank Davis' career?
No.
Your mic went out, brother. Hello?
Shit, my bad, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you hear my comment?
No, I didn't. Go ahead, say it again.
No, not at all. And like I told you before, we're from the same neighborhoods. So again, it's a little bit different than these other guys that are just on Tank nuts like that. You know what I mean? Excuse my French, but the whole city feels like that. It ain't just me. We all, every time these fights come up, we're all like, man, who is he fighting? You know what I mean? So no.
You said in the comment that he came from the bottom, and he's already won. I get that. So if you're not satisfied with his competition, and you saying the city's not satisfied with his competition, why isn't there a bigger push to get him to face his contemporaries rather than arguing with us when we hold him accountable? I can't hear you, brother, if you're talking.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why this thing keeps I don't know why my screen keeps going. But no, it's not that, Drew. It's just it's the way. It's not about holding him accountable. It's just the way everybody kind of attacks him. See, you got to remember, Drew, you're from New York, man. You had all kind of people come out of there, like, celebrities, athletes, so on and so forth. We ain't got but so much that came out of the city. So when you come at our guy like that, I mean, we're going to defend him. But as far as holding him accountable, man, everybody in the city feels like that, man. Like, nobody likes his competition and who he's fighting. We want to see him fight the best. You know what I mean? We want to see it. Like, we want the big fights. Drew, I've never missed a Tank fight as far as going to the fights. Since Pedraza on up, I've been to every single fight. Liam Walsh in the UK, Garcia, every fight. I ain't missed a fight. So we're paying money to go see these people. You know what I mean? So, like, as far as supporting Tank. So, I mean, and this stuff ain't cheap neither. I take my sons with me when we go. You know what I mean? I'm buying 4 tickets at a time, stuff like that. Like, we want to see him fight the best, Drew. And I mean, we ain't getting it. We get frustrated with it, but that's our guy, though, man. And it's like, people,
You don't think that's why he doesn't care? Because you're going to keep paying? Didn't he say that at the last?
But Drew, that's what I was saying in that post that I sent to you yesterday. Bro, it ain't just us, man. The kid's electrifying. It ain't just us is paying. Everybody's going to pay to see him, man. He's a knockout. That's what people, you can say what you want about being a boxing purist and all that, but at the end of the day, people love knockouts, man. People want to see and everybody. We ain't the only ones just paying. His pay-per-view numbers are good, you know. And I mean, like, you know, a lot of. I mean, you go to a Tank fight, every celebrity you can think of is in the building. You can't say that about these other fighters. I mean, maybe a big one like a Bud fight or a Canelo fight, something like that. But I mean, everybody's at these Tank fights.
All the celebrities showed up for Manny versus Floyd, and a lot of people didn't like the fight, but the fight turned out exactly how the real supporters said it was going to turn out. It's going to go to the cards, and Floyd's going to win a unanimous decision. But people,
but Drew, even with that fight, I mean, come on. I mean, like I said, and that's the thing too, man. It's like Tank ain't the only one that does it. I mean, I kind of think he got that from Floyd a little bit. Look how long they was trying to make that Pacquiao fight. You know, we were asking for that Pacquiao fight for how many years? Floyd, Floyd came up with every reason in the book. Pacquiao was ready.
Hold on now. I'm gonna get back to what you said about coming, New York, with the fan base out of New York. But
yeah,
Pacquiao was not ready for that fight. Bob Arum systematically ducked Floyd for almost 5 years. I was here for the whole thing. I documented everything. I was here for the whole thing.
I might stand corrected on that. It seemed like it was a lot. It seemed like Floyd was playing a lot of games.
No, sir. Yeah. No, sir. That was all Top Rank. That was all Manny Pacquiao.
I stand corrected on that then.
I remember every lie. And you see what happened was Bob Arum had the biggest megaphone with Manny Pacquiao. He caught lightning in the bottle with that guy. He had the power of the Philippines behind him. Floyd was the villain. He was this black kid, loudmouth. They undermined him. He was boring. They talked all this shit about him. But the bottom line was, I said, if Manny Pacquiao really wanted that fight, he smashed the gas on it. And Floyd literally had to track him down at a Miami Heat versus the Bucks game in Miami when LeBron was there. And that's when
I remember that.
That's when they got the ball rolling. But let me dial it back a minute. The people that love knockouts, usually those aren't boxing supporters, brother. Those are not boxing supporters.
Another thing I want to say too, you got to remember too, Drew. Most fans aren't like you, Drew. You're a boxing enthusiast. Most fans aren't boxing purists. You know, they just want to see. They want to see a good fight.
This is why I separate the two.
Oh, you got to.
Because that's why I say this is why I said earlier in the show. That's why I don't open up the panel like that, because I'll find myself trying to have a conversation about boxing and wondering why these mega fights aren't happening, and I end up arguing with 3 or 4 people justifying why a person that they are infatuated with, for whatever reason, whether they're from the same hood or whether they're sexually attracted to them. Whatever. I'm not saying that's you, brother. I'm not saying that's you.
Nah, I ain't taking it like that. Nah.
But what I'm saying is, I find myself looking at things logically, and then I realize, oh my God, I'm arguing with a homosexual.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, so I've been on here wasting my time the whole time. And I'm arguing, or I'll be caught in a debate with somebody who could use word salad to the point where it's like, oh, bro, that don't make no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Stop. This is very simple.
Right.
Now, let me take it. Let me go back to New York. New York fans are the most, and I'm saying this because I live here, we're the most difficult fans.
Yeah, tough.
When you're winning, we love you. You on the front page. But when you're losing, oh my God. There's athletes that could have came to the Knicks that didn't come because of the media and the fan base. We are the most rough fan base ever. We're rough out here.
Yeah, but y'all had that luxury though, Drew.
We love it was no luxury, brother. It was no luxury. We loved Mike, and we loved Mike Tyson, and we love Mike Tyson. But sometimes when he acted out, you should have saw what they put in the paper about him. We had a player out here called Anthony Mason. Y'all remember him?
Yeah, no
Every
doubt.
weekend, he was going to a club and getting into a fight. There was one fight he had at the China Club. He was literally throwing police officers around. Mace was 6'9", like 290 pounds. He was launching these dudes. And the only reason why he didn't get shot was because he was Anthony Mason. But I know someone that was at that thing. He said cops was flying in the air. He was tossing their ass. So New York, we had it rough. We have it really rough. So we ain't got like that many gyms that we hold like unconditionally on a pedestal. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And with the Tank Davis fans, now, like I said, a fighter might be from your hood. Y'all might have a similar struggle, but that's what I wanted to talk about. I get offended when black people identify with a fighter because of a black struggle. I'm tired of that being our story. That's not our story. That's not our story. And then you turn around, these guys turn right around and say, well, Devin had a silver spoon in his mouth. Whether Devin grew up in a life of luxury and Tank came from the gutter, it's irrelevant because they arrived at the same place.
But Drew, is boxing story, bro. It's the underdog story. That's what, man. Even look at all the boxing movies like Cinderella Man and stuff like that. It's about Rocky. It's about the underdog coming up, man. It's about the little guy that makes it, man.
Brother, that's disgusting. That's not real life.
Drew, it's nothing wrong with seeing the underdog make
no. Tank, but see, at this point, Tank's not an underdog. Y'all say
not at this point. Not at this point.
But he don't. But you say he beats everybody, and all I ever said was,
Tank spanks everybody. Hey, Tank spanks everybody. And I know your chat. They
hold on. Slow down.
They love Devin, but Tank whoops everybody.
You're saying Tank spanks everybody, and all I'm saying is, great, prove it. And what has he done?
No, and I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I ever said.
Yeah.
That's all
I never disputed that with you, Drew. I never disputed that with you. I told you from the jump. As soon as I started getting on your page, I never disputed that with you, man. Even in the city, we don't like it. I don't know what everybody around the country feels like. You know, they might be fanboys and all that kind of stuff and defend them to the end and all that. And, you know, we love them to death here, but, man, we all like, man,
here's why I say that the Tank Davis fans have to be careful. When you attack Devin, when you attack how he was brought up, when you attack Bill, here's where I say you have to be careful. You got to be careful because I did see white content creators that eventually pop up on my algorithm, guys that I've blocked, when they're calling Devin a fake thug.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't get into all that, man.
No. See, but I'm saying you can't lay that landmine and get mad when people step on it.
Like what landmine?
You saying you don't get into all of that. But y'all created that, and when you have a white person, it's just as bad as a white man walking around saying nigga.
Yeah, but Drew, you're saying yo. I mean, it's me and you talking. I don't know what everybody else says about him. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. Y'all are responsible for this atmosphere.
Yeah.
There's a way to make this fight. Like I said, we should be celebrating. We should be celebrating both of these young men. And celebrating them equally, they may have forced the issue of the fight happening.
And I'll even go so far as to say, I mean, even being a Tank fan, I even go so far as to say, I do think Devin does better as far as making the fights happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I give Devin that.
Well, do you want to see Tank fight the best around him?
Man, I want to see it so bad, man, being a boxing fan and a Tank fan. And him being that's what I'm saying. Like, we're from the same neighborhood, not the same city.
Okay, cool.
We're from the same Pennsylvania Avenue, man. Like, I would love nothing more than to see him Hall of Famer, all-time greats, and I know he could do it. And that's what's so frustrating about it is it doesn't happen, man.
Hold on 1 second, brother. Pete, I see you backstage. This is for me and Mike S this morning, brother. This is for me and Mike S. I appreciate it, though, Pete. Thank you. In your opinion, because I got to pick your brain because you're rational. In your opinion, how do you, as a supporter of Tank Davis, get him to generate compliance?
Well, that's what I said in that text that I sent you the other day, man. I think if people constantly keep putting the pressure on, I think, to be honest with you, Drew, that's what I was saying in that post I sent you the other day, man. I think it's going to happen, man. I really do, man. I think, you know, in my Baltimore accent, I think it do, man.
Let me.
I think it happens, Drew, man. But I think
last summer, do you remember everyone running around online saying that Devin was a weight bully and he was too big?
Nah,
You don't remember? Was you around when that was happening?
I just probably wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, that was a big thing. And we were like, wait a minute, what? He just fought at 140 and caught a KO on Mario Barrios. So I was like confused. I'm like, what were the fans saying? Because Tank didn't say that. But his fans were saying, you know where it came from? You know where it came from? It came from Coach Cal. It came from Coach Cal. Cal said it won't fight Devin at what weight though? He said at what weight? And I'm like, where's this coming from? What do you mean at what weight? And then that's when the legend of Devin being a weight bully came about. So then what I'm saying is, you're saying that you have confidence that the fight will happen. So I'm going to ask you, at what weight? Because Devin his next fight is at 144, and then I understand he's going to go to full welterweight.
Right, and that's the tricky part, and that's why a lot of people feel like they can make whatever they want to make happen, man. You know what I mean? I mean, if Devin's going up, and that's where he wants to stay at, and Tank don't want to go up that much, it's a tough one, man. I mean, if they gotta meet somewhere, maybe catch weight, something like that.
I mean,
but as far as
everyone's going up, brother. Shakur's going up there. Schofield's up there. Teofimo's up there. Ryan Garcia's up there. All these guys are going to welterweight.
Yeah. And that's going to be the challenge. But back to your question, as far as saying how we make it happen, the public and even the haters, man, even all the Tank haters, guys that like get on there and they get on all the guys, man. We got to keep putting pressure. Fans and haters alike, man. Keep putting the pressure on that guy, man. You know what I mean?
Well, it's clear that Tank marches to his own drum. I mean, he don't even like his fans. He's like, if you see me in the street, don't even speak to me. I'm like, I don't know what that's about. But,
man, I don't care. I don't care who marched their own drum, man. You keep putting enough, man. You keep putting enough emphasis, and he has to keep hearing it from everybody, man. You know what I mean? He might not, but I think it eventually, man. He'd be like, all right, we gotta do something, man. Okay. Or not, man. Or not. Like I said, man. Like the guy, man. I know you don't want to hear it, but again, I mean, I know who he came up under. I know who. I know his father, man, and. And all that kind of stuff, he really came up real rough in the way he's at now. I mean, with the money he's made, I mean, I could easily see him saying, he retired, he made his money out. I could see that.
Well, I can respect that he's made millions. I like to see all brothers make millions of dollars. I just don't like how Tank has moved and shaped in his personal life and how he's treating his contemporaries. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to break bread with your brothers. Boxing is supposed to be a fraternity.
Bro, that's what I think that Roach fight's about, though, man.
Wait, you think the Roach fight is about him breaking bread with his brother?
Yeah, I think
do you agree with everything that Boxing Ego said in that letter?
What letter? With the letter you're talking about?
That love letter, which was like ridiculous.
Nah, that was some gay ass shit.
Okay, because he said Tank.
He said he got leg tattoos.
It was crazy. That's why I had to ask you. Now, in that letter, he says that Tank. He said in that letter, he says that Tank is not trying to be friends with anyone.
What's the guy named Boxing Ego?
That's what he said.
No, I'm saying, what's his name? Boxing Ego, you said?
Yeah, he said that no one's
Boxing Ego was creaming on himself when he was right now.
Now listen now. Listen now. He said that Tank's not trying to be friends with anyone in his division or around his division. That's what he said.
Yeah, but they came up together though. It's a little bit different with they came up, DC right down the street. So
I get it.
Yeah, they came up together. I think, be honest with you, what I think, and because again, me and Tank, we kind of the same people. We not the same people, but we kind of are. And I think what Tank's kind of doing, man, is I think he don't like them guys, and I think he's kind of starving them out, being as though he knows it's a big payday for him. I know as fans, we might not like it, but he's probably like, man, F these boys, man. I'm starving them out.
You know why that falls short, brother?
Where?
I'm gonna tell you why it falls short, because of Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Yeah, agree.
No one saw him coming in the last 2 years.
Agree. Yeah, Turkey's definitely saying
now, and that's why Tank had that meltdown on Twitter last week or 2 weeks ago, because all the fighters that are fighting their contemporaries went over to London, right?
Got money.
and they getting bread and they were celebrated.
Yeah,
right?
he ain't like that. He ain't like that.
And Tank wasn't invited. The first thing Tank said was, why he didn't invite everybody? Meaning, why he invite you? Well, Tank, you wasn't invited. Number one, because I don't think you could lead a country. That's number one.
Yeah,
I don't think you can lead. That's number one. Number two, you already gave Turkey your ass to kiss. He offered the Haney fight, and he asked for 2 Ferraris. Well, before I go any further, your thoughts on that?
Nah, I agree. I don't think he like that, and I don't think he like seeing them, get whatever Turkey's paying, man. Turkey's paying big money, man. I don't think he like that,
Right.
I mean?
So now that Turkey's paying big money, because he also said in his tweet, people go over there and fight fights and risk. That's the key word. Risk getting knocked out for some money. Well, risking is a part of the sport. You're supposed to be fighting the best out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tank hasn't done that. And he's not doing it in this next fight coming up. That's not the best. And the sad part is his fans, which is now you're finding out it's only a handful of you guys. Y'all support him for whatever reasons y'all want to support him. Whether y'all grew up in the same neighborhood, whether these guys like egos attracted to him, whatever it is. But it's not enough to move the needle, because at the end of the day, if Tank Davis retires right now, he doesn't have a Hall of Fame resume. All the celebrating in the world is not going to change that.
True. He don't, man. Sure, man. He don't care about that, man. I'm telling you, man.
I get it, but can I ask you a question? Do you care?
Yeah,
that's why I want to know, who are you as a boxer?
Yeah, I got 3 kids in college. I got a company. I got my own issues.
I can dig it. You came from the gutter.
Yeah, so I don't care like that. But as a fan though, man, I do care to a certain extent. I mean, I'm not losing sleep over it, but as a fan, I do want to see him fight the best, and I do want to see him become a Hall of Fame fighter, and I know he could do it. I mean, like I said, I'm a boxing fan first. And I've been watching it, since I was a kid, the Tyson fights in the 80s and Holyfields and all that kind of stuff, growing up. And I see him, and I really study boxing, man. And I see him and his skill set, man. The boy's the complete package, man. I don't see nobody stopping him.
When I speak on him, is my opinion not justified?
No, Drew, I'll never argue that with you, bro. I never argue with you on that. I mean, I get on a few of these boxing, vlogs and stuff like that. And even the ones that really come with them, you can't defend Tank not fighting the best. You can't defend it. I don't care how big of a Tank fan you are, you can't defend it. And again, I don't know outside of Baltimore how, the fans, what they say, but I know even in the city, when we're in the barbershops and stuff like that, we're like, man, bro, who's he fighting, man? Like, he need, come on, man.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. I come from an era where I could have a favorite fighter, right? Every fighter that I supported didn't get out the game. I really supported. They didn't get out the game without having some adversary. Having some something crazy like in the ring happen with them. But it's the sport. Yeah. It's the sport. Stylistically, one of my favorite fighters is James Toney, but he cheated John Ruiz, y'all. And I thought I was watching an excellent boxing exhibition, and he popped. That's the bottom line. He popped against it. He cheated John Ruiz, y'all. And what the excuse he gave, I'm not buying it. That's just what it is. I'm not buying it. He cheated John Ruiz.
But Drew, that's what I think too. And I think with Tank being the A side, I think a lot of people put the pressure on him, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, when you're the draw and you're the money grab, it's your responsibility to make these happen, because you can do whatever you got to do to make the fight happen. If you really want to fight, if you really want to make it happen, it'll happen. Right. But it's like the state of boxing, and this conversation has been going on for a while now. See, even before everybody jumped on Tank about this, but it's been the state of boxing for a while like this. Why it's so hard to make the big fights happen when boxing was never that. Like, in the Hagler Hearns days, the Sugar Rays, the heavyweights, the Tysons, the Vanders, all these guys, man, they were just the best will fight the best. And that's why, even if you take it to another level, when you look at a lot of like blogs or posts or articles or whatever the case may be, that's why UFC gains so much popularity. Because UFC, man, Dana, man, he throw the best in with the best. You know what I mean? If you're up there, you're up there. And so these mega fights happen, like, if they want to see that Jones fight with what's the guy name? Not Pierre, but the other one. Those fights, they really try to make those fights happen. Whereas those boxing, it's like all this dancing going on about who's going to fight. And to be honest with you, man, I mean, I like Floyd and all that. But I feel like Floyd kind of brought that into the game, man, because Floyd used to do that stuff a lot, man, with like a lot of that stuff, man. Like, it seemed like Floyd ushered that in, man.
Well, if Floyd ushered that in, he also ushered in Tank Davis. And if he's operating,
exactly.
If Tank is operating under those conditions,
exactly.
Then that's the problem. And that brings me to what the title of the show is. And I'm asking not only you, but everybody, who are you as a boxing supporter? Because Tank is not doing right by the sport.
But the problem is, bro, we don't boycott though. We don't boycott. Boxing fans, like, when big fights come up, we don't say, oh, well, we don't like how they're running things.
Hold on. We don't boycott, but you're about to go pay to see him fight Lamont Roach, brother.
No, I don't. No, I don't boycott. I'm included in that. I don't boycott. No, I'm not saying I do.
And that's what I'm saying.
I love boxing. I want to see it. I mean, pay-per-view. I bought Benavidez the other night. I love to watch it.
I never said Tank was trash. I never said, anything about his in-ring performance. All I said was it's time for him to go to that next level and clean everything up if he's that dude. And
Drew, it's been time. It's been time. I've been frustrated. It's been time.
So don't you think it's time to boycott what this dude does? Because this is not boxing.
It's hard, man. I love watching him too much, man. It's hard, man.
And this is why he does what he does.
Right.
There's a handful of people that feel like you. They know what he's doing is wrong, but they're just gonna support it regardless, and that's
ain't just a handful, man. It ain't just a handful. I mean, you're gonna see. Watch come March 1st, man. Watch March 1st.
Well,
you're gonna see, man. Like it's a trash fight. It's a trash fight, and the celebs are still gonna be in the building. The pay-per-view numbers are still gonna be. They're probably not gonna be out of this world, but they're probably still gonna be decent. The place is gonna be sold out. He's excited. He's electrifying to watch, man.
You know what? When Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd, they showed every rock star that walked through that door. Like they showed Michael Jordan walk through there with his new lady and everything, and everyone left there disappointed. Now, my thing is this: nothing's gonna change. I could care about what those stars feel about boxing because they don't know. Michael Jordan don't know boxing like how I know boxing. Those guys are just there because it was the thing to do that Saturday night. And that's a problem. What I'm saying is, Tank Day, this is gonna be the first time I pay attention to the numbers. Because I'm not a numbers guy. That's not my thing. That's BF's thing and everyone else's thing. But I'm gonna compare these numbers. And I don't know if they're gonna do good. I don't know if it's gonna do bad, but I'm gonna compare it to let's compare it to Jake Paul and what he was able to accomplish versus Mike Tyson. Let's do that. I think that's a fair comparison.
You can't compare that. Jake Paul.
I think it's fair. You know why?
No,
what's the bigger freak show? What's the bigger freak show? Jake Paul versus his brother, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson at 100 years old, or Tank Davis fighting a guy at 130? But the Tank Davis audience is so used to calling Devin Haney a weight bully. Matter of fact, Boxing Ego in that love letter called Devin a weight bully. You see my point? You see where it gets foolish?
Yeah, but the numbers, you can't compare the numbers because Jake Paul's not a professional boxer. He's a YouTuber. Like he gets that YouTube.
So then, how is he getting shine? How is he getting shine over Tank though?
Who, Jake Paul?
Yeah,
bro, Jake Paul's he's one of the biggest YouTube guys in the world, man. I mean, he's had how many millions of subscribers since he was a teenager. It's a totally different thing. It's kind of like how
on earth. Okay, so right.
It's like the Ryan. It's kind of like
social media.
it's kind
He's
of
a
like
social media
go ahead.
phenomenon, and he can fight a
Right,
little bit.
right,
He's-
right.
Okay, so when we said, what's all the hoopla? Why the hoopla? And why did Tank choose to fight Ryan Garcia? Y'all were cool with that. And I said, Ryan Garcia never held the belt. He's not even part of the big four, the big three. He's not even a part of that. He don't even have a weight class. And Tank fought him. And it ended just how I knew it would end. Why are y'all justifying? And he's an internet kid too.
Yeah.
So I said, why the hoopla about Ryan Garcia when Tank could be fighting real fighters like Shakur, like Devin, like Lomachenko? Your thoughts on that?
No, I mean Ryan. I mean, I should even at that time, man. I mean Ryan. Ryan was getting a little buzz and stuff like that, but like you said, he was more like an Instagram sensation. He wasn't like a legit fighter with a legit resume.
Was you cool with that?
I mean, I was cool with it because it was a big fight.
Based off what?
I was at that one too. I mean, it was a real fun fight to go see, like as far as the crowd and all that. You know.
Well, this is why boxing is mixed up, brother. Now,
But hold on, I wasn't done, Drew. But
Go ahead,
I would have rather him fought someone like I would have rather him fought Devin at the time or Loma or something like
There
that.
you go.
But you know,
That's
it
my
was a
point.
fun fight to watch. But no, I would have rather him see him fight somebody more legitimate. Yeah.
right. And this is why we can't say we want him to be better. We want boxing to be better when we allow Tank to run around and do what he's doing. That's the problem. That is the problem. And that behavior is what gave Ryan Garcia some daylight. That behavior is what gave Logan Paul and Jake Paul daylight. And I'm not talking bad on anybody. They're just taking advantage of the ignorance of the boxing fanatics, which is why boxing is ranked 13 in America.
You keep saying allow, like we don't have, I mean, you know, we could stop watching the stuff and things like that. I guess
But you refuse to stop watching it, brother. You
yeah,
refuse.
we hold the power as far as that goes. But I mean, other than that, I mean, we're just regular people. We're not gatekeepers. We don't make these things happen. You know what I mean?
Spend the money. Yes, we do. We absolutely make it happen, brother.
Yeah,
You spend
but-
the money.
That is.
You go to all Tank's fights. You even went to the UK to watch him fight. You
Yeah.
support him. You're one of the people that unconditionally support him, and I get it. But I wanted to speak to you because I figured you was one of those unconditional supporters. But I don't get how you're saying you're outraged at his behavior and yet you still support it. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think outrage is the right word. I just would like to see him fight better people, but you know, I'm still gonna get behind my man, though. You know what I mean?
Pause.
Nah, I mean, hey, bro, that ain't our lingo. We don't, you know, saying our man. That's like our homeboy. Like we don't, you know.
No, but you know what? It comes to a point where you got to hold this guy's feet to the flames, man. I wanted to see Tank knock Lomachenko out silly 5 years ago, and he didn't do it.
Well, Drew, I will say, I think you guys as the media do a great job of that. You know what I mean? I really do. I mean, to expect people not to show up to the fights and stuff like that. You and I both. Come on, Drew. You're a smart guy. You ain't no dummy, man. You know that ain't gonna happen. You know people are gonna still buy the fights. People are still gonna go see the fights, and not even that. But when Tank fights, especially when he fights at the Barkley, it's a whole event. Like this one going to be cracking, man. Because we got DC versus Baltimore in the building, and it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be a good time, man.
Let me say this.
So we all the whole city drives up there for the fight. So I mean, it's like an event for us.
But you know what? There's trouble. There's trouble at the door because this fight was supposed to happen December 14th in Houston, and we all know what turned out with that. It was like, whoa, what the hell happened here? And which gave me reason to believe that there was a problem with the PBC, whom are now working with Turki Al-Sheikh. You understand?
Yeah.
But not to get too far into that. The problem that I see is this unconditional love is actually going to be this kid's undoing because it's going to force him to perform. What do I mean by that? I see him being in a position of doing something he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to fight Devin because personally I feel he loathes Devin because he actually wants to be Devin. As far as family structure, as far as discipline.
Hell no. I got this.
Yeah.
Hell no. Tank got plenty of family around him. That ain't the issue.
Yeah, he got plenty of family around him. Where's his dad?
Yeah, no, his dad's something different. Him and his mother.
Well, hold on. Stop right there.
Calvin was like a father to him. Like, nah, man.
Stop right there. Wait a minute, brother. This whole thing between Devin and Tank, it is jealousy.
No, it ain't. No,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Brother. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Man, Tank's gonna crush.
Tank has never gone at anybody like Devin.
Man, Tank is gonna crush Devin when he catch him, man.
Wait, hold on, stay on point. Stay on point. Don't go over there. Don't talk about what he's gonna do in the fight because Tank could have did it.
And I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, Drew. I'm telling you.
Hold on.
Wait, give it these next 2 years. This shit gonna happen, man.
Hold on. No, I'm not. I don't have to wait 2 years. I don't have to wait because this could have happened 4 years ago, and Tank didn't.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't tell me what you feel he's gonna do when your man didn't do anything. And this is what I'm talking about. You can feel that Tank is gonna beat him. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, why hasn't it happened? All right. Now, here's where the jealousy part comes in. All right. You just said his father's something different. We could stop right there because we see where Bill is and we see what Bill has accomplished with his son.
Right.
All right. We see what outside people have done, even non-blood related has done for Tank, which was keep him out of the street and keep his ass in the gym and help perfect his craft. And with the help of Floyd, reach this level of success, not his dad. There's men right now that would give up millions of dollars if it meant having their biological father around them and in their life. I know that for a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So when I say jealous, I'm not talking about, hold on, brother. I'm not talking about materialistic items. I'm not talking about the money and the flash and all this stuff. That falls to the wayside. I know men right now that would give up everything if it meant having that father, a real father around under great circumstances.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
When he looks at Bill and Devin's relationship, that he loathes that, which is why he treats Devin the way he treats him. You said it yourself. He doesn't want to give him a payday. And I said, boxing's a fraternity. Everyone's supposed to be helping each other eat. Why is he treating Devin like how Teofimo is treating both of them? It doesn't make sense, brother. Especially since they're Muslim, but Tank is a fake Muslim. But putting that aside, he's treating him. He has no smoke for Ryan Garcia, brother. He has more smoke for Devin than he has Ryan Garcia. It doesn't make sense. That's why I say this kid is jealous of Devin's relationship with his father.
I disagree on that.
Okay, well, where's his father?
I mean, he had, his not to get in too much. I mean, I think you know the story about his father and his mother.
I do. I'm asking you. I want to know if you know.
Yeah. Well, his father, from what I know, his father done got clean. And, his father's back around. But you know how that goes, man. You don't grow up.
I don't. My father's in my life. I'm going to see him this weekend.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've seen it with other people, though.
I don't identify with none of this, what I call nigga nonsense. I don't have a baby mama. I have both parents in my life, right?
But I'm sure you
not a street kid.
I'm sure you
what I will shout out is the people around Tank that kept his ass in the gym so he didn't become a victim of the Baltimore streets. I salute them, which is why I don't understand how Tank looked at that, right, and not reciprocate it around his boxing peers. I will never understand that, which is why I said he's jealous of Devin. I wasn't talking about money and flash and cars. That's nigga nonsense to me. He's looking deeper than that, which is why I think Floyd Mayweather is in his heart of hearts. He's crying. He's a little boy. And he's mystifying the whole process by surrounding himself with money and strippers. Meanwhile, every relationship that kid has had in his life, Floyd Mayweather I'm talking about, has failed. From Devin to Bill to Tank recently to his own kids. The guy's a failed father and he's not a good friend. Which is why Bill didn't allow Devin to dictate his career. Do you know that Floyd fell back and went with Tank because Devin wasn't available? That's the truth.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's the truth. He wanted to fuck with Devin.
Yeah, he picked right.
So he ended up fucking with Tank. And then that relationship went sour. And there's a whole lot of weird stuff going on with that. I'm not going to get too deep into that because we're on YouTube. But that's my point. There is this, when I say there is jealousy, your knee-jerk reaction was to say, oh, he's not jealous. And you started thinking of what? Flash, money,
No. I wasn't talking money. No, I wasn't talking money.
What were you talking about?
No, I just think personally, I don't think he's jealous of Devin personally. I think he just don't like him. You know, they got a history going back and forth with each other. Bill, you know, say a lot of stuff about him and come at him crazy, come at him sideways. I just think he got a disdain for him. I don't think it's a jealousy thing.
So why does he have more disdain towards his black brother, his Muslim brother, than he has towards Ryan Garcia? What is that?
Because Ryan hadn't. He don't have a history with Ryan like he does with Devin, as far as like Ryan and Ryan's dad coming at him and stuff like that. And then also it also helps that he already beat the brakes off Ryan too. You know what I mean?
So you cool with that?
What that him? Hey
the
man, like
that Tank has with Ryan Garcia, you cool with that?
I don't think it's a relationship thing, man. Ryan, Tank look at Ryan like a little boy, man. Like Ryan's just like, man, Ryan messed up in the head, man, and all that kind of stuff. Tank ain't, it ain't like him and Ryan BFFs or nothing like that, man. He look at him like a dummy, man.
You see the screen?
Yeah.
What's that?
Man, that was some after the fight BS, man. Come on, man. You reading
that was an in-depth conversation, as a matter of fact. And he also defended him. He defended the drugs and he defended all of that.
That's
so
he does that.
You cool?
He does that. He does that because he knows it gets up. Bro, and this is another thing people gotta stop thinking. People gotta stop thinking Tank's dumb. Yeah, I know he gets on the stage and he talks a little slow and all that. But man, this kid, man, he's diabolical, man. Like he ain't stupid, man, like people think. You know,
diabolical. You know what that word means? To be diabolical?
It means devilishly intelligent. Yeah.
Devilishly intelligent?
Yeah.
Intelligent?
Yeah.
That's what diabolical means?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up the term diabolical. I want to make sure that we're correct here. Diabolical. Characteristics of the devil, or so evil as to be suggestive of the devil. That's the definition, brother.
Right.
So to say something, and I know people we use that today. It's become a form of slang, but this is the actual Webster's dictionary definition of the term diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to be friends with someone on a diabolical level suggests the work of the devil. Now,
enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Do you want? So it's okay for Tank to be friends with someone that's diabolical?
I don't think it's a friend thing, man. I think it's like, you know,
So it's cool for him to associate with Ryan because he hates Devin on that level, and you're cool with that.
Keep saying associate, Drew. He's not associated with Ryan. Like it's kind of like, you know, I think it's more so something to get under Devin's skin. And especially after Ryan beat him, oh my God, he couldn't wait to jump on that.
Well, first of all, he didn't beat him. First of all, he didn't beat him.
He whooped him.
Oh, he whooped him?
He whooped him.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. He whooped him?
Whooped him. How many times he dropped him?
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, all the PEDs in the world, all the PEDs in the world can't help.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Are you an athlete?
I was.
What did you do?
I'm an old man now, Drew.
You know, I'm older than you. I'm gonna be 50 this year.
Yeah. So you know we ain't doing too much athletics.
Well, I do the most every day. But what did you do?
I mean, I work out too.
What did you do?
You know,
what did you do?
Football, baseball, basketball.
Football, baseball. Okay, are you familiar with PEDs?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever taken them?
No.
Hell no. Me neither. Have you ever competed against someone on PEDs?
I mean, you know, when I was competing, you know, I never went to a college level. High school was the highest I went. So, you know,
I didn't go collegiate either. But I'm saying, have you ever?
I don't think nobody in high school was on. Not that I knew of.
There was cats in high school that I know was on PEDs, and they were out on the field doing shit that I know, without the help of those performance enhancement drugs, that they wouldn't be doing. I know that for a fact. And some of them went to college.
Right.
Some of them went to college, but to your knowledge, you don't know if you've been competing with anyone on PEDs.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, so do you think PEDs give you an unfair advantage on someone that's not on PEDs?
Yes.
Okay, is Ryan Garcia a racist? Yes or no?
Is he a racist? I mean, as far as personally with these people, I don't know.
It's yes or no, brother. It's
But
just
listen to me, Drew. I don't know. Personally, these guys. I don't know what's for show, what's not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know personally.
Mike. Is Ryan Garcia a racist? Yes or no? Yes or no? You know,
Drew.
You know what I know.
Man. I don't know that man.
You don't know that man?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the fact that he said he wants to dig up George Floyd, kill him again, and then join the Ku Klux Klan, that don't make him racist?
Yeah, but you don't think he does certain things for shock
Hold
value?
on, brother. I asked you a question. That don't make him racist?
That's a racist statement, but I think Ryan's mind.
He said, ERs, the hard ER, you know what I'm talking about. We on YouTube, I gotta watch my mouth, because Miguel's out here watching me. ERs, we putting the ERs in the ER for real. The hard ER.
Yeah.
So he's not racist?
I mean, if he's saying that, that probably make him a racist. But
Probably.
I think Ryan does a lot of things for shock value, though.
Okay, shock. Would you say something like that for shock value? You?
I wouldn't, but I like to think that I'm
wouldn't
kind
do it. All right, you're raising
Yeah.
you're raising black boys, and I salute you for that. Would you do that in front of your black boys? Would you say something like that?
Of course not.
Okay. So that's racist, what he said.
Yeah, but again, I think Ryan does things for shock value too, though.
Shock value? Is it cool to play with? Is it cool to play on black people like that for shock value?
No, it ain't. But I mean,
So
Ryan ain't all that.
That would be
Ryan ain't
racist,
all there
wouldn't it?
though, bro. Ryan ain't
no,
all
no,
there.
No. He's all there. He's all there. What it is that he's playing in our face because we're not all there. This is my point. This is why I asked you to come up here, brother. Because we're not all there. In defense of Ryan, in defense of Tank, you're bypassing what Ryan Garcia did. You went right into Devin allegedly losing to this kid, and you're bypassing the fact that this guy popped dirty. And especially all the things surrounding why he popped dirty. Let me ask you another question, Mike. Is Ryan Garcia?
But this is my problem with your argument on the PDs though. Where was Devin defense though? I mean, you could say Ryan PEDs would give him more pop.
I asked you again. Have you competed against anybody that you knew was on PEDs?
No.
I have. Seconds. You could be a split second faster. Split second faster. That's why they call performance enhancement drugs. There's a ban list for a reason. Maybe those punches was coming a little bit like seconds faster. And Devin couldn't catch. He couldn't get the rhythm because Ryan was faster. He was also overweight. He didn't bother to make the weight. Then the man lied. He lied. Hold on. He lied about the Ostarine. All right. He didn't bother to make the weight. He brought Scooter in to try and make weight. They were on track to make weight. He said, fuck it at the final hour. He was trying to cut 20 pounds in a day? Something crazy like that. This guy did all of this stuff, and you're still in here telling me that Devin lost the fight, even with the outcome, even with everything you know. You're still telling me about the outcome, brother. You don't see that that's the problem?
But I mean, where was Devin defense though?
You're still doing this.
Yeah.
Where was his defense? I just asked you, have you ever competed against anyone on steroids or any kind of PED? You said you don't know. The guy that was better than you may have been juicing. Without the juicing, not better off. And watch this. Watch this. He wants a tune-up fight. Ryan does. Why does he want a tune-up fight? Mike? I'm asking. Why does he want a tune-up fight?
Why does he want a tune-up fight? I don't know. Tell him.
Oh, you don't know? What are tune-ups supposed to do? What are tune-ups supposed to do?
Get you ready.
Okay, so how do you? First of all, him and Devin been out the ring the exact same amount of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could have been fighting next. Devin wanted the smoke. Ryan didn't want the smoke. Why does he want to tune up? Mike?
Get ready for him, I'm assuming.
You're assuming. All right. This is the part where I need you to listen, brother. He wanted a tune-up fight. Allegedly, it was supposed to be Isak Cruz. Isak told him, you can't beat Devin off the juice and you can't beat me off the juice. I'll fight you, but you got to take drug testing. Boom. Isak is out. But let me dial it back for a minute. How do you train for Devin? Because tune-ups are supposed to get you ready for your real opponent. How are you training for Devin? How are you supposed to get ready for Devin by fighting Isak Cruz? They're two different guys. Completely in the ring.
You were breaking up, Drew. Would you say fighting who?
I said, how do you get ready for Devin by fighting Isak Cruz?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what he wanted to do? You know what he wants to do? You know what the tune-up is? The tune-up is to see how his body reacts off drugs.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see that. And I'm not saying Ryan.
If you can see that, brother, how could you not see that drugs played a factor in their fight?
It might have.
There ain't no mic, brother.
But Drew, it might have played a factor. When I'm watching that fight, I'm watching where Devin's leaving himself open to get hit. Not so much as far as like, if it make you a split second fast or if your punches got.
Can you tell me if that?
I'm looking at Devin.
Tell me for a fact.
I'm looking at Devin leaving himself wide open.
Hold on, brother.
Shots, man.
And
that's where I'm saying these PEDs don't matter, man, because Devin's defense was suspect. Devin's defense was suspect.
Can you tell me for a fact that they don't?
You said what?
Can you tell me for a fact that they don't?
That they don't what?
That they don't play a factor in an athlete's performance. Can you tell me that?
No. I just said it makes a difference, but I'm saying, Drew, that's what I'm saying.
If it makes a difference, how are you holding Ryan to this high standard when he was on it?
I'm not holding Ryan. No, right, Drew, you're missing my point. I'm not holding Ryan to a high standard. I'm holding Devin to a lower standard because I'm watching his defense and I'm
wait a minute.
He's wide open.
Hold on. So you can hold Devin to a standard for being defensively irresponsible in spots, but you can't hold Ryan to a standard for cheating him?
Man, Ryan's a POS, man. They right?
Well, he's a POS. How are you holding Devin to this standard when he was the one cheated? And this is my problem with the Tank fans. This right here.
Because his defense was suspect. And I also think Devin Chin. I think Devin Chin is suspect too.
Did he get knocked out?
No, he was a warrior. I'll give him that.
Okay, so if he got hit in the face with a guy that was juicing, he kept getting up. How is his chin suspect? And how do you hold that against him when he was cheating, brother?
I think it's suspect, man. I think it's suspect. And that's another thing.
Stop. Ryan cheated. He was caught. He had a foreign substance in his system. And all you guys are just telling me is that you don't think that the system, that the drug found in the system played a part in him losing. Meanwhile, it's a banned substance. How do you hold Devin to this low standard and disregard what Ryan did?
Just Devin's defense. I mean, as far as Ryan, I mean, if him being on the PEDs, that's going to give him more power, probably make him a little faster and all that too. And yeah, Ryan's a cheater. He got caught cheating. Ryan, I don't even like Ryan. You know what I mean? Like the stuff he says, the stuff he does, I don't like Ryan. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, as far as that fight goes, Devin's defense, you can see the holes.
The stuff he says and the stuff he does. But meanwhile, when I asked you if the guy was racist, you didn't even say it. You just say he says stupid stuff.
I mean, like I said, I don't know the man personally. You know what I mean? I don't.
But I heard what he said.
I don't know what's for shock value and what he's. Again, it's a lot of stuff.
What made him break the racist glass? No one made him do that. He just did it. He got caught.
Yeah, no, you got.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the Osterine? How he? Do you know the story behind Perfect Carb and Perfect Amino and Super Carbs? You know the story behind that?
Or what, like with the PED, like the stuff that he got caught in the system?
No. The
Osterine was the PEDs, wasn't it?
Yes. Do you know about him sending it to a company to have it tested, and they found Osterine in the containers? Do you know about that?
Yeah, I seen something about it. I mean,
what do you know? Tell me what you know.
I just seen it like a headline. I don't. You could probably.
Okay, let me bring up the speed because this is very important. he sent it to a third-party testing place. They said Ostarine was found in it. But when we received the containers that he sent to us, it was already opened, which means he put the Ostarine in it.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yep.
All right, now, you just saw the article and bypassed it. I'm wondering why you didn't read it. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all hold Devin to this standard, but this kid is a liar. And then when he's getting caught all over the place, he started talking about George Floyd and killing niggas.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what he
Ryan's
did.
a liar. He's a cheater. I mean, like I said, he's a piece of crap, man. But
Right,
that don't,
so listen,
but
you believe in code.
Devin's defense
Wait, hold on, stop
is what struck me the most.
Stop with the defense, brother. Because I'm telling you right now, you lost that. That's done.
Defense
The
suspect.
fight is automatically null and void because the kid cheated. He was overweight. Devin said, fine, we still gonna do it. And then through all this rigmarole, then he has the nerve to pop dirty. We shouldn't be talking about anything but that. And you guys are still talking about defense. Jason Bourne, salute to you in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're talking about defense. Why are we talking about his defense when this guy was in there with a crutch anyway? He was in there with an advantage. This is what it means to be black. Do you believe in code?
Drew, it's always going to be an advantage, though. Even if you
Do you
don't
believe in code, brother?
Drew, it's always going to be an advantage. You get into a fight with somebody, you get into a boxing match.
No. We're not.
Or
We're
you
talking
play
about
somebody one-on-one in basketball. If you're a better ball player, you're going to have the advantage. It's always going to be somebody that's better in
Why
there.
do we have testing? Why do we have testing?
To keep things fair.
Okay, so did Ryan play on a fair playing field? Yes or no?
No.
He did not. No, it's not. No, it's no. He did not. The kid cheated, and for you to be treating Devin the way you're treating him right now, it's symbolic to how black fighters have been treated all of our lives. Are you familiar with the Black Murderers Row? Are you familiar with how those brothers had to fight each other because they were frozen out of opportunities? And you're talking about lack of defense. The only rounds that Devin lost was the rounds he got dropped in. I was at the fight. I scored it a draw because I knew what they were going to do. How are y'all worried about, how are y'all focused on the outcome of the fight when the outcome is tainted because Ryan had an athletic advantage due to a foreign substance? Y'all not even supposed to be on here saying, oh, well, the left hook in the defense. No. Do you believe in code? Before you answer that, let me read the super chat. The OG Mr. Mont says, Devin lost 3 rounds, 4 at most. The 2 he got dropped in, and perhaps 1 or 2 more. So this thing about Devin's defense is ridiculous. It is. And this guy had an unfair advantage. And I didn't even want to talk about it. When the news was brought to, I was out the country when someone called me and told me what was going on. I said, oh man, I don't want to deal with this because I know what comes with it. Now, let me ask you, do you believe in a code?
Absolutely.
Are you on code with this?
With what?
With this whole thing with Ryan Garcia. Are you on code?
Specifically, I mean, I'm always on code, but specifically,
are you?
The PEDs?
I'm talking about everything as a whole. The PEDs that was in the racist body. Yes, that guy. I'm saying Ryan Garcia is racist.
Man, I already said 20 times I think he a POS, man.
You said POS is that, but I asked you if he was racist and you didn't answer that.
Because I'm just saying, I don't know the guy. And again, I think Ryan does a lot for shot value.
All right, so, okay, I'm going to take that as a no. You think he's a POS, but you don't think he's racist.
I mean, if he's saying racist stuff, I mean, I guess he is, you know what I mean? But,
You guess he is?
Bro, Ryan does a lot of stuff just to get headlines, bro.
So you don't think he's racist?
I don't know the man, Drew. I don't know the man. I don't know what going on in his head,
we all know the same thing. We heard the same things. Is Kyrie Irving racist?
Again, I don't know.
You don't know him. Okay. Do you remember what the Jewish community did to him fairly recently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that right?
I mean, we could go down there. I mean, that's a rabbit hole you can go down.
Do you remember what he did?
Do
you remember what he did?
I don't think it's right at all.
Okay, so he didn't do anything.
But if you talk to a Jewish person, they might think that was racist.
Oh yeah, he had to pay millions of dollars. They were going to take his whole NBA career, and it was something he didn't even do.
They run it.
Okay, so here's my question: is Ryan Garcia racist? Because Kyrie Irving didn't say anything remotely close to what Ryan Garcia said. And Kyrie had to pay the Jewish community millions of dollars, and Ryan Garcia wasn't ordered to pay the George Floyd family a dime. Is that right?
Right, but if you talk to a Jewish person, they might have thought that was racist.
All right, but now I'm talking to black people. We were all offended at what Ryan said. Were we?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we was offended. So how come he ain't paid George Floyd's family?
I don't know.
Do you think he should have paid them?
Do I think you should have paid them?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that, man. I think we all, whether it's racist or not, we all got the freedom of speech to say whatever we want to say.
Okay, so Kyrie Irving was exercising freedom of speech, but he had to pay the Jewish community.
I think black fighters need to go in there and take it out on them. That's what I think.
Need to go in there what?
Take it out on them. Take it out on Ryan.
Go in there and take it out on Ryan. So that you want black fighters to go pay that man because they ain't gonna pay him. They ain't gonna fight him for free. You want to pay that man, right?
Yeah, I think they go in the ring and take it out on Ryan.
All right, but whoa. You got to pay that man to fight him, which means giving him a payday.
I mean, that's the business.
It's a business.
Yeah, I mean, that's the business.
Breaking bread with a racist, that's part of the business.
So what do you think? You think they shouldn't fight him?
I personally think, and it's not going to happen, I personally think they should freeze Ryan out. No black fighter should fight him ever again.
No, agreed. I agree with that.
Okay, so but you just said go in there and take it out on him.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying. But what I'm saying is I don't want, and that's just my thinking. But it's not going to happen.
So you're saying starve him out?
Starve him out.
Right.
That's how he feels. Starve him out. Why pay him? He don't like us.
Right.
Why give him money?
So that's back to my point. I think that's what Tank does with these guys that he don't like. I think he starves them out.
Right. So he hates Devin more than he hates Ryan, and Ryan is the racist. And you don't see my problem with Tank?
No, hey, bro, I see your, I get your opinion on it. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying. I always try to, be, understanding what everybody, their own opinion. I know what you're saying.
So you say you understand code.
Right.
You say you understand code. All right, cool. Is being on code justifying a racist that popped dirty against a black fighter? Justifying your opinion poor defense? Is that being on code? Hello? Can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. My phone went out. No, I said I just see the holes in Devin's defense.
But it's talking about Devin's defense when he lost to a cheetah. Is that being on code?
I mean, I'm looking at the fight as a whole. I think the PEDs will affect the power, and I think PEDs might affect the speed. But that's all. I mean, Devin, if you're in the ring and if you're a fighter and you're as great as you say you are, I mean, I think Devin should be, and especially Devin's a much superior fighter than Ryan. I think Devin should have been able to adapt, and he couldn't.
He couldn't adapt because the dude was juiced to the gills. That's it. That's why he couldn't adapt. The guy had an unfair advantage, and he was definitely like 185 pounds on fight night.
Who, Ryan?
Devin's the weight bully. Devin's the weight bully. Right?
You said Ryan was?
Ryan was definitely about $180 on fight night. I was right next to him. I was right there. I'm sorry?
Yeah. What do you think Devin came in at?
He wasn't $180. He was lean. He had a six-pack. Ryan had like a trunk around his waist.
Oh, wow.
He was like cruiserweight. I was right there. Champ side was right there. We was right there. I was like, what the hell is this? But Devin's the weight bully. Devin sacrificed to make weight. Devin made weight. And what happened? When Devin was the ultimate professional,
Devin's problem, man. Devin's problem with these guys is Devin Devin can't keep nobody off him, man. Devin ain't got no power.
Hold
man.
on. You really missing the
Devin
point.
ain't gonna keep
You're trying
nobody
to go
off
into the
him, man.
mechanics. You're trying to go into the mechanics of the fight. I'm telling you the mechanics behind the fight, and you seem to ignore that.
Yeah, but if Devin has some power,
Devin was
I
the
think
ultimate
that-
professional. He
Devin was a better
sacrificed.
fighter, man.
He
Yeah,
sacrificed.
different.
He sacrificed for 3 months. He made weight. He was not on drugs. And what did Ryan do? Not make weight, be on drugs. And you're here talking to me about the lack of defense. And I'm talking about the overall issue with Ryan Garcia should supersede the outcome of the fight. That's my point. And when I said, do you understand what code is? You told me yes.
Yeah,
In
no,
other
him
words,
being on PEDs ultimately, you gotta put that on Ryan. At all else, take everything else out the window. If you test positive for PEDs,
that's what I'm
you
saying,
gotta take
brother.
it out of there.
You
But
put it
I'm
on
just saying,
Ryan.
you just see the holes in Devin on that one,
Hold
and
on,
forget
hold on.
take Ryan out of the thing. I think Devin lost to Loma. I think Loma
Oh, no.
whooped his
That's
ass,
something
man.
else, brother. That's something else. That's something
Yeah,
else.
but where Loma
want- if
wasn't
you
on no
wanna-
PEDs,
if you wanna come
and
back
he
and
and
talk to
Loma
me-
wasn't on no
Stop,
PEDs,
stop.
and
Hold on,
he
brother.
exposed them.
Hold on,
He
hold on, brother.
exposed them.
Hold on, brother. You don't know boxing like you think. Because we reviewed that fight on 2 different channels. Loma only got 2 rounds out of that. And
Hell
if
no,
you
Drew.
want to review it, we can review it. How do you
Hell
score?
no,
I'm
Drew.
gonna get back to what I'm talking about. But how do you score a fight?
I mean, hits, power punches. You know what I mean? I like to do eye tests too.
Wait, hold on. There's a criteria. What's the criteria in scoring a boxing match?
Punches landed, power punches. You know what else?
Same thing. In whatever. That's how you score a fight.
No, I said what else? You know, Drew, trust me. When I talk to you, you know boxing more than I do. You know,
okay.
I'm not.
Right.
I'll
Stop
say
right there. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop right there. What you just said, that right there. And that's why I'm talking to you, because I know that about you. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying I know that. That's why I'm explaining this to you.
Yeah. No, I can see.
That's why I'm explaining it. All right. BFTV reviewed the Loma and Devin fight. Tay Jones reviewed it. Punch by punch, round by round. Well, I thought Loma won 3 rounds. I went back and watched it. I said, hold up, he only won 2. And he had a pair of broken ribs to show for it. Devin went home and they ate food and partied. Loma went to the emergency room. That's the fact. Devin actually beat his ass. What Loma won was the drama. And by the way, BFTV was in the building and he can tell you how racist Loma's supporters were.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
They're very racist.
Yeah.
And he was there and he dealt with it. So going back to Ryan Garcia, if we know all of these things about him, even if you personally feel that Devin's defense lacked and Osterine had nothing to do with it, which is impossible. Okay? And Osterine it was Nandrolone too. But since the body produces Nandrolone, it was on the fence. But the Osterine wasn't supposed to be in there. And he was overweight. And he lied about Scooter. And he lied on Perfect Aminos. And he lied on ashwagandha. And he lied on supercarbs. He lied on all these things. And then when he got caught by VADA and he got caught by the New York State Athletic Commission, then he starts talking about, George Floyd. This is who you're defending. By saying that his defense lacks.
Ryan, I'm not defending Ryan.
You absolutely are.
No, I'm not defending Ryan. I don't like Ryan. I'm just saying you can just see the holes in Devin's game. That's all.
Brother, what I'm saying is if Ryan Garcia is not on drugs, there is no holes in the defense. Evidence of that is instead of them fighting right now on the next Riyadh season, instead, he tried to fight Isaac Cruz and he's not fighting Rolly Romero. You don't fight either one of those guys to get you ready for Devin Haney.
Right, I agree.
Does it match? He wants to see how his body reacts off of drugs, which is why he was so resistant to VADA testing. All this time, he was so resistant. And then he said, okay, F it, now I'm ready. You know why? Because now it's out his system.
Yeah, now
So that's what I'm saying, brother.
Boy, no, that's a fact.
And that's what I'm saying. You're giving this kid daylight by talking about Devin's a lack of defense. And I'm telling you, it wasn't a lack of defense. It was Ryan cheating. That's what it was.
Yeah, well, Ryan, if Ryan, man, if Ryan did that to him, man, you already know what Tank going to do.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, before I ask you this, let me get to these super chats real quick. Jason Bourne back in that super chat. He says, Drew, there's an old saying, don't suffer fools. No matter how much you break down the facts, it just doesn't compute. Haney undisputed. It's a fact. To some of these fans, it's a fact. Darius Gillett in that super chat, much love, brother. He says, fake boxing fan exposed. No true fan of the sport will never disregard cheating in a sport that can unalive someone. True story. I miss
that's a good point there.
I missed somebody. The OG Mr. Mark back in that super chat salute. He says, you don't want to make an assumption that he's racist, but because you don't know him, but you're willing to assume he's doing this other stuff for shock value without knowing him.
No, my point was they do that for shock value, so I don't know if it's for shock value or if he's racist. I just don't know. That was my point.
But how could you make that assumption?
I'm not assuming he's doing for shock value. I'm not assuming he's racist. I'm saying I don't know the guy. To understand what I'm saying, if you see him putting stuff out there, man, he does a lot of stuff just to get headlines. So I don't know if it's that or if it's in fact if he's actually racist. I don't know the man.
Even with all of the stuff that we've brought out, even with all those documented, I think they can have live chats on Twitter now. All those stuff.
Andrew, I don't get caught up in people personal. What they, you know what I mean?
Hold on. You don't
much
get caught up in people's personal stuff, but you know a lot about Tank.
Because we're from the same neighborhood.
Okay, but you know a lot about Devin, don't you?
Nah, I don't know nothing about Devin personally.
Okay, but when I said that, Tank
I mean,
is
Devin for real. Devin seemed like a good kid personally, but I don't.
Okay, but when I said he was jealous of him, you immediately got in defense mode. But I
don't think that's the case. We're not. You know, what I mean, like I don't think it's a jealousy.
All right, so are you one of those brothers that brush off what Tank and Ryan does as trolling?
Yes, a lot of it, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of it's trolling.
I mean, we kind of old to be playing into this trolling thing, don't you think?
Yeah, but that's what they do, man. Yeah, that's what they do nowadays. Yeah, that's what they do.
So you don't know Devin, but you know you continue to lean towards understanding how Tank moves.
What do you mean?
You pretty much justify what he does. It's normal.
What Tank does?
Yeah.
Justify what? How he doesn't fight anybody?
Yeah, that.
No, I never justified that.
You're going to his fight. You go to all his fights. That's justifying.
Yeah, I mean for a good time. You know what I mean?
I mean, look.
I'm
not around.
You know, I'm not. I want to go up there, have fun. There's a bunch of us going up. My kids going up. But we go up for a good time for an event. I'm not sitting up there like just pondering in my head like, oh my God, you know what I mean? We go for it. It's not that deep to me, bro.
If Ryan Garcia was fighting in the DMV, would you go?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I'm not a Ryan fan.
Really?
Yeah.
What if he was fighting Gary Russell?
I'm not a Gary Russell fan.
Why not? It's from the DMV.
You say DMV, we're not part of DMV. Baltimore is his own thing. DMV is more DC, Virginia, like, you know, PG County.
Okay, I'm just wondering. Tony C in that super chat, much love, man. He says, as a Dominican, salute to my Dominicans. He says, even I got offended by Ryan. I'm also offended by Mike S's responses, shaking my head. Goddamn. Yeah, man. I'm just getting information. This isn't an interrogation, and I'm just getting information. And there's a lot of things that are inconsistent. Now, that's a good question by Michael Freeman. Do you know Tank?
Do I?
Yeah, do you know?
Nah, I don't know him personally. I know Calvin.
Oh, you know Calvin? Okay, but you don't know Tank?
Nah.
Okay. Like I could call Bill on the phone right now, but I've never spoken to Devin over the phone. One of those things. But even me and Bill's relationship is not you and Cal's relationship. Because I don't know. You might have a relationship with. Do you have a relationship with Cal?
I know him, but it's not. We ain't like best friends or nothing like that. I just know him. He's from the same projects. A lot of my good friends, so I know him through that.
Okay. So I understand why you give him a lot of leeway. I get it. I'm just saying.
I'm actually a bigger Calvin fan than I am a Tank. Like Calvin's more my guy, but I'm a big Tank fan. But Calvin, that's my guy.
Now I get it, and I get you want to stand in the pocket for Tank by way of tribalism. I understand that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying Tank fans need to be more responsible. They really. I never argued that
with you, Drew. You know what I mean? I never argued that.
But this conversation that you and I are having right now is symbolic to what I deal with. There should be no conversation. You say that you understand what code is and everything else. There should be no conversation about Devin's defense when this kid was cheating the whole time. The kid was cheating the whole time. The whole time he was cheating. He was overweight and he was cheating, and that's why I say things like, you know what? When Tank fought Ryan, he made sure he made weight and he was on him about the drug testing. And now you see why. Mm-hmm. And instead of noticing that, instead of capitalizing on that, y'all talking about Devin's defense. Instead, y'all should have been like, yo, you see what he did to Devin? That's why we did that to him. F Ryan. Because he did that to another black fighter. But y'all disregarded it. And I bet you if Tank said, nah, see, Dev, we found out that dude cheated. That's why I did what I did to him. Hope you learned something, Dev. Y'all didn't even say that.
Man, Ryan could juice to the gills, man. Tank's still spanking that boy, man, every time.
That's not my statement, brother. That's not my statement. That's just your opinion. And we don't even know that. We know that Tank made sure he was not on drugs and he made sure he made proper weight. Devin did not. And that was Devin's mistake. And instead of Tank saying, you see, that's what I did with him. You see why I did it? Because this kid's a cheater and now he's a racist. Instead, what does Tank do? He does this. That's what he does.
Because they're rivals, Drew. That's like somebody you be like.
Bro, I'm not shaking.
Drew, that's like you beefing with somebody, and then like that situation come around. You're not going to just jump onto the side of whoever you're beefing with.
Brother,
it's still going to be smoke. It's still going to be smoke, Drew. Come on, Drew.
Here's what you need to understand.
Drew, I can tell. And you're not going to see this. Drew, you wouldn't do that shit either,
Hold on, brother. Maybe you don't understand this. There's niggas on YouTube that I want to knock out right now. As we speak, right now. There's about 5 of them. I'm being serious. That if we're in the same vicinity, it's going to take the power of God for me not to press them and put these mitts on them. Because it'll be a stupid thing for me to go to jail over. You get what I'm saying? But with that aside, there's no way, even knowing all of that, there's no way I'm going to shake hands with a Klansman or a racist Latino. There's a lot of them outing themselves over this Trump thing, but that's another thing. There's no way I'm shaking their hand if they did something to that black person.
That's another thing. It's a lot of them that be coming for Tank. That's what I'm saying. That's why we defend Tank like that. Because you got all the Haiti fans be coming for him. Then
if you and I had
the Latinos be coming for him too. It's like everybody be coming for our guy, man. And that's why we defend him, man.
Hold on, brother. Did you hear what I said though? If you and I had a problem, I'm still not shaking Ryan Garcia's hand just because he got a problem with you.
But Drew, at the same time, man, you also got to remember, bro, we 40, 50 years old. We done learned this stuff, man. These guys still young, man. They still learning, bro.
No, bro. Tank is in his 30s, brother. Please don't do that.
He's 29. 29.
What was you doing when you was 29? Was you that ignorant? Because that's ignorant, brother.
I was a little ignorant when I was 29.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was growing. I wasn't, brother. No. I would never do that. I wouldn't do that. I knew better than do that when I was 10. If I had a problem with a kid, if I had a problem with anyone, This dude, like I said, there's dudes that got a problem with that got a problem with me to the point where it's like, yo, if I see you in like real life, I have to try real hard not to be ignorant. And 10 times out of 10, I won't. All
But
right?
Drew, that even goes back to, like you said, like your background though, Drew. You came from a 2-parent household, man. You were brought up right. You know, Drew, let me finish, man. You had a good foundation, man. Somebody that doesn't have a strong foundation like that, man, sometimes it's a little, they learn a little later, or they learn a little differently. It takes them a little
Cal
bit
ain't
more
do
time.
a good job raising him? That's what you're telling me?
Drew, Calvin did a good job, but y'all act like Calvin was the end all be all. He was still, man, that boy was still in foster care and all that while he was in the gym. Calvin was a father figure. Calvin wasn't his parent. Calvin wasn't his father.
So you're telling
Tank
me
was
that
Tank was still in the streets, man. Tank still had 2 parents.
Great,
you know what I mean? Like, man, it's different when you got.
now, right?
Drew, I can see it. I can see it with my own kids, with my friends,
hold on,
kids
Mike,
and stuff
Mike.
like that. It's different when you got a strong foundation, Drew.
Mike, stop for a second. Tank's not in the streets now. Why is he shaking Ron Garcia's hand?
Drew, you was raised different, bro.
Bro, are you shaking Ron Garcia's hand?
No.
So why is Tank Davis shaking Ron Garcia's hand, man? Why is he doing it?
I don't know, bro.
Right. Non-alcoholic beer, brother. It doesn't make sense. You can't justify this. You can't justify this. You cannot justify this at all, brother. At all. There's no justifying that picture, brother. And it was drug out. That's just a picture. They stood there and they had dialogue, brother. They had dialogue like they were friends. Like I said, there's black channels on YouTube right now that there's a couple of dudes that wish harm on me, right? But there's no way. If I found out that they were strung up by their neck by a Klansman, that Klansman can't come and say, hey, man, I got that done for you. Nah.
Right.
You ain't do nothing for me, dude. You just did it because you wanted to do it. And the fact that
I think he feels bad, man. I think
Tank Davis is a
Ryan
whole
be crying out for help, just like after the Tank Ryan fight, man. I really, this is another thing I like about the Upton camp and Calvin and Ryan and Tank and all them is, like, after that fight, man, after that Tank Ryan fight, man, it was so crazy.
Well, I lost you, brother. Your mic went out.
Yeah, I'm back. It was so crazy to see Oscar and Bernard just abandon Ryan like that. And I thought it was so cool how Calvin and Tank and them was like, all right, come on, Ryan, like, you know, come on up here, and how they were gracious after they beat him like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to do that. And I thought that was a grace move.
Yeah, I thought that was gracious too. How that was bad. How I'm glad you brought that up.
That was ugly, man.
Oscar and B-Hop abandoned Ryan, and Coach Cal consoled him, and that was great. Now, after those brothers consoled him, he still went on that racist tirade. Your thoughts?
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Ryan's all over the place, man. You know what I mean? You saying nothing wrong with him, and you could be right, but that's again from just a little guy, from a fan's perspective, just a regular dude. You know what I mean? You don't know these people or what they do, like, for media or whatever the case. So I mean, like, you say ain't nothing wrong with them. You're more in the know than I am, Drew. You're in the circle, whereas though I'm just a regular guy. But like sometimes, like, as a regular fan, just regular people,
didn't apologize.
We don't know.
Apologize.
We don't know what these guys do or say what they really mean, or what they do.
Brother, he didn't apologize. He never did. Mm-hmm. Which means he stood on it. And then Teofimo Lopez hopped on it and then called Tank a monkey.
Right. Yeah, Tio got get it. Tio got get it.
And on top of that, leading up to it, did you not see Henry Garcia talk about Bill's nappy hair?
Mm-hmm.
That was the start of it right there. I said, what's that? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
What the hell? So what we see is a pattern. And I let that go until I couldn't let it go. When did I resurrect that? I said, I was at the presser. I was standing right there. And he said that. I said, what the hell is that? And Devin said, that sounds like some racist-ish right there. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. And I said, all right, they won't let it go. Let's let it go. And then after all of this goes down, Then he starts talking about George Floyd and black people and having whole Klans meetings on social media. And you are telling me that you don't know if this kid is racist. I think it's pretty clear. And the problem I have is Tank Davis high-fiving this kid, man. That's a problem. But you understand code, though. This is a problem, brother. This is a problem.
Bro, jump, man. That's what I'm saying, Drew. I think sometimes you read a little too much into stuff, man. I mean, the kid jumped up there and he had a Tank shirt on. Tank just coming off a knockout, all this stuff. Like Tank probably ain't thinking about what he's saying in media and all that kind of stuff. Like, you don't see Tank hanging out with Ryan or them like being like you know. I think some of this stuff you be reading a little too much into, man.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think some of this stuff. I mean, like I said, Ryan jumped up in the ring, and you know, I don't think Tank's thinking about what racist comments he was saying at the time. Like, you know, after he just coming off a win like that. You know what I mean? Like,
so he can. So am I thinking too much in it when I say that he's jealous of Devin? Devin does an interview with Andre Ward. He hopped right on Twitter and had a lot to say, but had nothing to say about Ryan's Klan meeting on Twitter.
Because, man, Ryan, because ain't nobody paying Ryan no mind, man. People think of Ryan like a kook, man. Like, he ain't nobody paying him no mind, man.
So you're not paying him no mind?
Man, ain't nobody thinking about it, man. Ryan always saying some dumb stuff, man. Ain't nobody about Ryan, man.
You can ignore that.
Ignore, but I ignore all of it. Don't know. As a regular fan, nobody really looks into this stuff like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to cover it, so you probably look at it a little bit more, you know, intricately than what we do. We just want to see the fights. All the other stuff, it might get headlines, we might talk about it, but you know, ain't nobody really diving into it like that.
Right. So you do understand this is why black people can't move forward, right? Because we ignore stuff that, you know, we take it as it doesn't pertain to Sugar-Free Mars. I see you, Queen Corey. My brother, what up?
I'm saying all of them. I'm saying Ryan, Devin. I mean, you know, Tank, we probably give him a little bit more looks because that's our guy. But, you know, any of these fighters, the TOs and all that kind of stuff, we see him like, yeah, you know, he racist. You know, you call him a monkey and stuff like that.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Could we as black people be in a better position than we are in life right now?
Oh, for sure.
How so?
Stop getting with each other, man. We are our own worst enemy.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Do tell.
Yeah. We got to cut that shit out, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. My God. Wait a minute. What else we need to do, brother?
What is black people?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole nother topic. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. You don't think?
Don't you think we need to exercise group economics?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Wouldn't group economics, as it pertains to boxing, be breaking bread with each other?
Yeah, and that's what he's doing with Lamont Roach.
Oh yeah. So why Lamont Roach and not Devin Haney?
Bro, what black fighters Devin Haney done fought?
Holy ish. It's not what I asked you.
No, don't duck that, Drew. What
No.
fighters
Let's not duck it, because you know why?
Drew,
you know
don't duck that. What black fighters Devin Haney fought, Drew?
This is how this works. Brother. This is the only time I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to ask you the same question. Okay, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to be courteous, and I want you to extend me the same courtesy. Fair enough?
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
for sure.
What color is Regis Prograis?
It's like Creole, ain't he?
Is he black? Yes or no?
Man, he Creole, bro.
Oh shit. Regis isn't black?
It's like Creole, man. Like, okay, he's black, Drew. All right, yeah,
Okay,
he's black.
he's black. He's not white.
Ain't necessarily black neither, but okay.
Okay. Did Devin not try and fight Shakur? on the way out at 135? Yes or no? I just want yes or no.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a yes. Was he not at 135 the whole time? Was he not trying to fight Tank? Yes or no? Just yes or no.
Sure.
Okay.
What black fighters has he fought?
So, there was an attempt there.
But
Okay?
what black fighters has he fought?
So
for you to keep saying all this stuff, what black man has he broke bread with?
Nice
What
goalpost
black man
move.
has he broke bread
Nice
with?
goalpost move. But I asked you to be courteous to me, as I was courteous to you. I answered your question. Regis, he fought him on pay-per-view. I bought it.
All right.
So I answered your question. Okay. All right. So now, we just talked about group economics. You agreed. Okay, breaking bread amongst each other. I just told you the way I'd handle Ryan Garcia is never give him another payday. Freeze him out.
And what Devin do? What do
you mean what Devin did?
Try to make a fight with him, right?
Yeah, because y'all said get it back in blood. And what y'all didn't know was that he was trying to make the fight, and Ryan was the one saying no. And I told you in the perfect world, they'd freeze Ryan out. But these kids, they're not on that type of time like I'm on it. And I'm cool with that. So back to my question. Group economics. How is Tank exercising group economics by not giving any one of his contemporaries a shot? If he's
Frank
the money
Martin.
man. Go.
Frank Martin. He gave his brother a payday on that one. Lamont Roach.
He gave his brother a payday. Was you considering Frank Martin before Devin Haney and Shakur? Be honest.
Before Devin Haney, what do you mean? Which question? Considering him before Haney and Shakur, as far as like him wanting him as an opponent?
Yep.
No, of course not. No.
Okay.
But I will say, I was on BF the other night. I will say this though, I was watching Frank for a few years before that fight even happened. Before that, and I thought, like, I was a Frank fan. I was like, man, this kid's a dog, man. I was like, man, he's gonna give Tank problems, man, if he's ever given a chance.
Okay,
man.
but my point is, you wasn't considering Frank Martin anymore than you was.
No, not more than them. No.
Okay, then you wasn't even considering Lamont Roach, brother.
No.
Okay, and you yourself said that you and people in your city are saying, yo, we fucks with Tank, but he's not giving us what we want. You said that. I didn't say that.
No, but you're talking about group economics and who we bring.
Yeah, I'm talking about group economics.
Devin ain't fought a black fight.
Hold on. But Devin is a higher payday and more. It's going to be more watched than Lamont Roach. Yes or no?
Yeah, but that's his guy though, Lamont Roach.
No. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that, brother. We're talking about group economics.
Yeah, but as a black man, how can you get mad at him giving him a bag though?
Does not. If we're talking about who deserves what, who deserves a shot, quote unquote, at Tank, Devin or Lamont? There's no comparison, brother. Let me help you out here. It's clearly Devin. Devin's an undisputed champion, former undisputed champion. Period. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not.
So when I asked you what's the problem with the black community, and one of the things I talk about is group economics. With respect to Lamont Roach, Devin, Shakur, and Tank should have been rotating amongst each other. And
Absolutely.
Tank, the A side, didn't do it.
But Drew, let me ask you this though, like, and you can answer this intelligent for me too. And this is a question I always pose to people. I asked BF this question the other night, and because I mean, I like listening to you guys. Because again, I mean, I digress. I mean, you guys know more than I do. You know what I mean? So that's why I watch. So so I can get on here and learn a little bit. But this is a question that I got too. So my thing is this. So if he's always getting all the heat for ducking and everything like that, then I don't understand why them guys just don't fight each other.
Are you familiar with the Black Murderers Row?
My bad, Drew. What'd you say?
Are you familiar with the Black Murderers Row?
Nah.
Okay. This is the disconnect, brother. I need you to do research on the Black Murderers Row. While you're here, I'm a listen. Okay. There's a bunch of documentaries on YouTube. You can go to Stormy B Man's channel and just pick a video and just listen. All right. I'm not for the, rah-rah back and forth and arguing. That's you and I having an adult conversation. I appreciate this, by the way. Those men were frozen out of opportunities because they were black. They were just as good as everybody else. And the only reason why they had to fight each other like over 100 times between them because they were frozen out of opportunities. Go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing. Somebody put Scrapbook's link in the chat, please. He talks about just like this. So when you say they should fight each other, what are they fighting each other for? For Tank? Devin Haney accomplished undisputed when Teofimo was in cahoots with the WBO and the WBC to freeze him out. And he became undisputed. Never mind a champion. He became undisputed. So technically, not even technically, realistically, he doesn't need to fight Shakur and then fight Frank Martin for the sole purpose of fighting Tank. He don't need Tank, brother, because he's already in the Hall of Fame because he went his own direction while trying to get a Tank fight. This is the reality, brother. So when you say they got to fight each other, Devin tried to fight. He even tried to fight Shakur. It didn't happen. Tank got Frank Martin, had a weight advantage over him too. I ain't even gonna go there, but whatever. But these guys don't need. Matter of fact, Shakur got a belt at 135 right now. He got one right now.
But Drew, I'm not even just saying like Devin. I'm saying like, even like a Shakur and T.O. fight or even like a Devin and T.O. fight. Like it just seemed like everybody's like, oh, Tank's the problem. Tank's the problem. None of them guys fight each other. Like if it was me, like from a business standpoint, right? If I'm trying to get, I got a real estate development company, right? So if I'm trying to get a contractor to work on, a property or, something that I'm building, and this contractor don't want to show up, and even if they're my best guy, even if they do the best work, and everything, if they're not showing up, I'm gonna move on and get somebody else. And that's what I'm saying. From a business standpoint, I don't understand, why Tank gets all this when these guys, hey, okay, move on from Tank. If y'all so frustrated about Tank not making the fight, then move on and get somebody else to make your own fight. I'm
glad you said that because when Devin left 135, the belt that Tank has, you do know that's Devin's old belt. It's an email belt, by the way, because we don't want to talk about email champions anymore. But I'm glad you said that because enter Turki Al-Sheikh. And everybody's at Riyadh season about to get some work. And who's left out of that? Tank.
Right.
And now all of them are fighting each other by choice. No one's screaming about money. No one's screaming about pay-per-view sales. Nothing. They're about to go over there and scrap for it.
But Drew, they're not fighting each other. Haney's fighting who? What's the guy? Not Figueroa. What's the guy's name?
Ryan Ramirez.
Yeah, he's fighting Ramirez.
Right.
Ryan's fighting Rolly. You know what I mean? Like they're not fighting each other.
Wait, hold on.
Who's Shakur?
Hold on. That's an eliminator, brother. That's a whole tournament. Did you know that? Who's Shakur fighting?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm asking. Who's Shakur fighting?
Floyd Schofield Jr.
Oh, that's right, Kid Schofield. That's right.
Okay.
Right.
So now, the winners of those fights, with the exception of Floyd Schofield and Shakur, if Devin beats Ramirez, doesn't Devin have to beat Ramirez and Ryan got to beat Rolly so they can face each other? Doesn't that have to happen? What about Teofimo? What about Teofimo? What he has to do? Boots is in the middle of that. And my point is, brother, everyone has moved on because money's not the issue. It's either get down or lay down. And you know who knows that? Tank knew that. That's why he went on Twitter and started screaming and hollering. It sounded like an immature child because everybody moved on. Everybody moved on, brother. Everybody moved on. They were like, nah, we're gonna get this popping. And Tank is left out while everybody's fighting a contemporary or a dangerous fight, 50-50 fights, which is something that Tank shit on his Twitter post. Tank is giving y'all Lamont Roach and y'all are paying for it. So what I'm saying is the Tank fans are contributing to the problem of boxing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. How come Haney ain't fighting Shakur? How come Tio's not fighting Shakur? Like, why are they fighting these other guys?
Oh,
we
brother.
fight each other.
Brother. You need to do more research, brother. That Haney and Floyd Schofield fight was already made. The business was already done. And then the thing with Haney and Ramirez, that was after that. But everybody has to win so they can face each other. The point is, they are active and they're fighting more than once in a year, brother. Ryan and Devin is trying to get it popping. What, like this summer before the year's out? But they've been on fight. They're gonna be on fought twice this year. Tank is giving you Lamont Roach and who else? We don't even know.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. So all of those guys in Riyadh season, like them or not, I don't like Ryan. I don't like Tio. But Teofimo, he got a tough task ahead of him. He's going to have to put up or shut up. Ryan's going to have to perform without those drugs. Now everyone's going to be watching. Was it the left hook or was it the drugs? We're gonna find out. And meanwhile, while everybody's mixing it up there, Shakur, Devin, Ryan, Ramirez, Tio, everybody's over there getting busy. Tank is giving you Lamont Roach.
I know. Trust me,
It's
man.
what
I
agree. Reality.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So everyone's setting up to fight each other, but they're staying busy. And Tank is he's pushing off mediocre stuff as excellence. And as long as you guys support it, he's going to keep doing it. Now, I'm not going to support it. I'm going to fire stick the hell out of it. If I get home from work on time, I'll say that. I don't care.
Hey, Drew, get out. You going to watch, Drew. Stop, man.
Yeah, I watch. Listen, I know what I'm expecting the outcome. Roach is going to be doing okay until it's not okay.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for a Buster Douglas moment. Because you already know what my life is going to look like. It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to be ducking, boy. I ain't going to be on it.
No, show up. Show up, brother. Show up and take it, man. Show up and take it. Yo, when Devin lost, I went live the next day.
Hey, Drew, I ain't going to be able to take that abuse, baby.
It's not going to be abuse. You know why? I don't have to. The truth, like what BFTV says, the truth is good enough. If Tank goes in there, F's around and loses in any way, shape, or form, be like, it's
gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad.
Tank would rather have lost to one of his contemporaries than losing Lamont Roach, who fights 130 pounds. And I stand myself corrected. Devin didn't lose when he was robbed. When I thought he lost, I was in St. Martin the next day, but I went live. There was no ducking or dodging. That's not what I do. When my brother Deontay lost, there's no ducking or dodging. You understand? When Errol lost, there's no ducking or dodging. It's a sport. Fighters lose. It's what happens. It seems to me have faith in his own community because he's worried about the backlash if he has a tough fight or loses. And I seem to have more faith in his abilities than he does because he's not doing anything that I want him to do. But I got to run, brother. I got to go to the plantation.
Yeah, me too.
Man, salute to you, brother. Thank you for pulling up.
Hey, no problem. No, thanks for having me, Drew.
No doubt, man. And we'll talk, brother. We'll talk.
Okay. Have a good day, Drew. Have a good day, Jack.
All right, brother. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to dig into the mindset of a Tank fan. You know, he spoke a whole lot of truth on his end. And I hope we have a basically understanding of what I already knew. And I say that respectfully. So salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, Cash App, and Super Chat. Follow me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Drew Titan LLC. Go subscribe to Stormy B-Man. Follow him on his Patreon. And everyone, go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing, please. My God. Michael Fleming. Yeah, man, I gotta go bust this move, man. I'm sorry, brother. I gotta go. Man, salute to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. Go subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. That's my second channel. Adult conversations, real life situations, discussed with class, and we learn from each other. Because I don't know everything, but I know what I know, and I share with it. I share everything. And don't forget.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20, with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.